Hey guys, welcome back to Tracie's Place. Today we are making honey glazed chicken breasts. Lord have mercy, y'all, these are so good. If you don't have anything set out for dinner today or tomorrow, prepare for this if you can. I also have a video link of something that goes with it. It will be asparagus and it is delicious. So I'll link that at the end of the video. But anyway, for the honey glazed chicken, we have 2 large chicken cutlets. And they come like this. You can buy them like this at Kroger's in the pack. They are chicken cutlets. So I thawed them out and then seasoned them. And I seasoned them with garlic salt, ground paprika, Italian seasonings, ground black pepper, Cajun seasoning, just a little bit of garlic powder, even though, yes, I know I put the garlic salt in already, but I do put more garlic powder in usually anyway. I put Lowry seasoning salt in there, and you all just a sprinkling of each one. Don't overpower it, just a little bit of each. Basically barely 1/8 of a teaspoon of each to make up your seasoning, on each breast. So you do that on the front and the back. I also have cut up here some mushrooms and onions, and then that will go in towards the end of the cooking process. Also, I have some sea salt and sesame seeds that will go for the end of the video. Also, guys, before I season the cutlets, I put some extra virgin olive oil on there, and you can use a basting brush or whatever, just, coat it with olive oil. Don't overdo it, but just a little coating of olive oil, and that helps a lot. Also, guys, remember to take off your rings and bracelets and all that stuff because of salmonella and different things that chicken carries. I see a lot of people cooking with their rings and different things on. A lot of times you can wash your hands and use soap, but if you have on rings, your wedding ring or other things with grooves and diamonds and different things in it, it'll get kind of stuck in there and, carry those germs. So it's kind of icky. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Back over here on the stove over medium heat. We're going to use real butter. If you don't have real butter, understood, that's fine. Go ahead and use margarine, but it's better with real butter. And we're just going to do half of a stick, but I like to slice up the half of the stick so that it melts quicker. Put a pat on one side, a pat of butter on the other, and just kind of do it around like that. That way it can get to melting quicker. You also want to add your honey. So we're doing 3 tablespoons. That's about 1. That's about 2. Come on, come on, come on. And then this is 3. All right, you want to do about a half a teaspoon of olive oil, and you want to add just a little bit, 1 teaspoon of brown sugar. I'm going to use 1/8 teaspoon of sea salt. And we're going to get that combined. Yum, yum, yum. This is going to be good. Okay, so got that all stirred up, and we're going to go ahead and get the chicken over here. So we have the chicken cutlets here, and we're just going to go ahead and add them in. You hear that little bit of sizzle. We got this little piece of chicken here. We're going to go ahead and throw that in too. So we're going to let that go for about 4 minutes on this first side, and I'll be back. And for the sweet potatoes, you guys, what you want to do, you can do this before you even start on the chicken. Kind of multitask, have something going while you start the other. So these are sweet potatoes, 2 sweet potatoes, and this is 1 white sweet potato. I've never tasted it before, but I saw it at the grocery store. I said, let me try it. So I'm going to mix these 2 together. I coated these with a little bit of olive oil and sprinkled some sea salt on them. And you can kind of see that in the plate. It's kind of dripping off. And so I'm going to go ahead and cover these and put them in the microwave. And we're going to sit those in there like that. And we're going to let those go for about 3 minutes. Well, the timer has went off, so it's been 3 minutes. I'm just going to flip these. And we're going to do 4 minutes. We're not getting these totally done because they're going to finish in the skillet, but we just want to soften them up. So we're going to do 4 minutes, and they should be ready to peel and cut up. I'm going to go ahead and get a peeler out and go ahead and peel your sweet potatoes. Get them all peeled. They are hot, so be careful. I just went ahead and rested this on the plate and trying to hold it. You can get a napkin. Let's try that. Get a napkin and hold it and go ahead and get it peeled. And they're easy to peel with this peeler. After peeling, go ahead and slice them up. All right, you guys, so I let that go for actually 5 minutes. 5 to 5.5 minutes. We're going to flip this over. Ooh-wee. Look at that. Look at that. Flip that little piece over in the middle. Flip this other one. Ooh, look at that. Okay. Good, good, good. So let that go for another 5 minutes. All right, here we go. And y'all be mindful, I am cooking, so the stove and different things will get messy and, you know, stained up with food product and stuff. Somebody commented before, your stove is dirty, you know, while I was cooking. And I'm like, well, I'm cooking on it. It was one of my grit recipe, and grits and bacon had popped all on the stove. It wasn't filthy, of course. You know, I keep a clean kitchen, as you know and see. But I was cooking, so I'm not the Food Network. I don't have little fairies and little cleaning people cleaning for me between each take. So I'm a real person. I'm actually cooking my dinner. So yes, the stove may get popped up with grease or little spots. And like this is right here, honey has dripped on my little utensil holder. So all right, that's what that is. Okay, so anyway, it has been 5 minutes, and we're gonna flip. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Flip that over. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put this into a pyrex, or if you have a glass dish. This is a glass dish right here. This is olive oil sprayed in the bottom, so that's what that is. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in like that, and this is steam around on the glass. So we're going to go ahead and put that in like that. Yeah, oh, that just looks so good. It just looks so good. All right, I'll be back and show you what we're going to do with this. Okay, and with this, it has gotten a little browner, and that's okay. We're going to go ahead and put the sweet potatoes in. And you guys, I tasted this white sweet potato. It is good. It is good. I'm going to have to make this separately just to see how much of a big difference it is from the sweet potato. But I did, when I was chopping these up, I tasted this, and I think I like it a little bit better than the sweet potato. I really do, than the orange sweet potato. So we'll see. I'm gonna make this separate, like make a baked white sweet potato, see how it tastes on its own, and then I'll add some, different things to it and see what my verdict is. But it's good. It stands alone. You know how a sweet potato, now I wouldn't bake a sweet potato and eat it just with nothing on it. I always have to put something on it, like the brown sugar, the cinnamon butter and stuff. But this was about good by itself. So I know it'll need a little something, but like I said, I'm gonna taste it. But anyway, we want to get this stirred up, get it all coated and everything. Turn this around here so I can hold this. Just get it all stirred up. And you want to put a top on here. You want to cover this because these are just about done. They're not done. Remember, we didn't cook them all the way in the microwave. We just cooked them enough to make them easier to slice. And look at that, getting all coated with the good. Okay, so we're going to cover this with a top. And I just use a splatter screen covered in aluminum foil, so you can use whatever you have, and let that go for about 3 minutes. Okay. After 3 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and put 1 teaspoon of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I think I tipped the bottle a little bit too much. That's about 1.5 teaspoons. And you all, I love my almond extract, so I'm putting 1/2 teaspoon of that in. We are going to put a teaspoon of brown sugar. We're going to put some cinnamon. We're going to put about 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I'm going to sprinkle in just a couple of, that's about 1/8 teaspoon of salt, just to make it savory. You want to cut the sweet just a little bit. So we're going to get that all covered and incorporated, all the flavors, and also add another teaspoon or so of honey. Let that simmer just a little bit, maybe about, let's get that one down in there, about 5 minutes, and it's on low. So we're going to kind of steam and make them a little more tender, and I'll be back. And looky, here is what it is looking like. And it tastes good. I just tasted a piece of sweet potato. It is delicious. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in the pan with my chicken. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to show you something else. All right. Put the pan back on medium heat. And we're going to put about 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil. Let that heat up. Now, I did not clean the pan out or anything. I just slid the potatoes out into the pan with my chicken. So it has some residue of everything, which is fine. That's what you want, because we're going to do these mushrooms and onions right here. Now I'm going to put in not even 1/2 teaspoon of butter. You do not have to use butter if you don't want to, because you already have the olive oil. Butter just does something a little extra that I like. So I put a little bit of butter in there. It is sizzling, so I'm going to go ahead and put my onions in first, and have sliced onions here. And that's about 1/2 of a regular sized onion. And I'm going to go ahead and use the same old spoon that I did the potatoes with. You can get a clean one or whatever. But because this is going into the same pan, this is all going to be one pan, it is fine to use the same spoon. I like to get a little residue of all the other things on there. Now everything is seasoned differently. Each thing is seasoned differently, but it's going to have the residue of what was on it before, so that it's a simile going on in your mouth. Okay, so it's different tastes going on, but a simile. Oh, that will not cut yet. But a simile in your mouth. So we're going to let that go just a little bit and soften up. All right, the onions have softened up, and we're going to put, this was about a cup of mushrooms. Get that all in there. Get it stirred up a little bit, and we're going to go ahead and season that with about 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. And put a little bit of pepper in. It's what you like. Put in how much you like. I'm not a big pepper fan. I like a little bit in, but I don't like to overdo it with pepper, so I'm just putting a little bit in. And so we're going to let that go. I'm going to stir it first. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and cover that for about 3 minutes. For the last minute of the sauteing, you want to take the cover off because the first 2 minutes is steamed. So, you know, to get ready. The last minute, you want to get some color on it and to sear just a little bit. So you can turn. I'm turning the eye up to medium to high, between medium and high heat. And we're going to get some color on here and then get it into the pan with the rest of the whole main dish. All right, and see how that's looking? It's looking better already. We have that browning, caramelization going on. See on the onions and the mushrooms. So you want to go ahead and stir that. You don't want to overdo it and make them mushy, but you just want that caramelization. That caramelization and browning adds flavor. That is what that equals. Flavor. Flavor. All right, we're going to get this into the pan with everything else. Okay, so over here at the table, I have this covered up with aluminum foil so it can stay warm, and it's looking delicious. And so I'm just going to go ahead and pour these mushrooms and onions over the chicken. And we're just going to go ahead and cover it back up. And stick it into a 365 degree oven for a good 10 to 12 minutes, just to let everything kind of finish cooking. And I'll be back. You guys, I made a faux pas. I did not put my sesame seeds in. They were supposed to go in with the onions and mushrooms. Okay, so I put about 1/4 teaspoon of butter in here. Sometimes that happens with live cooking. So we're just going to toast these up just a little bit. That was about a teaspoon. You do not have to add these. I just like sesame seeds. I just like sesame seeds. And they're starting to brown already. But like I said, you don't have to. A lot of times people use this for Asian dishes and things. So, but I just like sesame seeds with my chicken. Like I said, these are browning up already, so you only want them in here for about a minute. And it will be ideal, if you want sesame seeds in, it will be ideal to put them in before, but like I said, this is not necessary. We'll let that go for about a minute. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and put the sesame seeds. Oh, you can hear them sizzling when they hit. I'm going to go ahead and put the sesame seeds on here. Like I said, you do not have to. I just be putting different things together, and I end up liking them most of the time. So, now put it into a 365 degree oven for 10 to 12 minutes. All right, you guys, it is, oh, look at that. I let it go 15 minutes, you all, in the oven. Look at that. It looks so good. So I'm going to taste it and let you all know what it tastes like. I'm not camera ready, so you're just going to hear me, but I'm about to taste it. All right, here we go. Oh, cut real easy. Let me get some of that. Get a mushroom here. Mm-mm-mm. Mmm. That is good. Mm-mm-mm. It's really done. You can see it's done in the middle. Mm-mm-mm. Get some of that sweet potato. Wow. Let me get some of that white sweet potato. Delicious. Delicious. Ooh, that's good. All right, so try the honey. Try that glazed honey chicken, y'all. That is delicious. I should have put some more of the honey juice, the drippings, on top of the chicken. I'll do that in a second. From out of the pan that it was baked in. Oh, wow. All right. I'm not going to eat that all on camera, even though I want to. Y'all, try this, try this, try this. All right. I love you guys. Like I said, you don't have to put the sesame seeds on. They taste fine to me. But not everybody, you know, likes sesame seeds on, you know, other kinds of chicken dishes. Usually they go on Asian or something like that. But they taste good. And I love it. So anyway, love you guys. Also, stay tuned for the video of the asparagus coming up to click on right at the end of this video. You'll be able to click on the asparagus video. That recipe is delicious. I made that video about 2 years ago and it is still a favorite at our house and I get a lot of comments on the video. So try that recipe too. All right, guys. Love you all. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys next time right back here on Tracie's Place. Share this video. Or, you know, hit that thumbs up too. Hit that thumbs up if you're new here. Subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.